Mine is 1000 damn near out the rear truck when I roll up. Motown till I close up. Saw faces. It happened hundreds when they had small faces. Way before I took my first trip down to Vegas. Crazy, had it locked. Crazy. Where you at, hater? So it's Friday, man. The best day of the week. A lot of times, because you get to rest. Nothing like rest. Nothing like being able to spend some time outside of your work or craft, whatever you're doing. That break that everybody deserves. Anyways, man, falling in love with yourself. Some people have not experienced this in life yet, and the importance of it is when you fall in love with yourself, man, you'll stop getting mad or desiring because this guy didn't like you or want you, or this girl didn't want you, or whoever. You just won't give a fuck. Not only that, I feel like when you fall in love with yourself, you become a better person. Generally, people don't fall in love with themselves until they fall out of love with somebody. I'm gonna say that again, because some people love to go from person to person, relationship to relationship, because they don't want to face that. They don't want to face that fear. They don't want to face that. They don't want to face that pain. They don't want to face that storm of being single or that heartbreak. Most people do not fall in love with their self until they fall out of love. Until they fall out of love with somebody. Until they break up with somebody. I feel like there was a time in my life I was single for, we talking about back in the day a little bit. I was single probably 7 years or some shit. Before that happened, I thought I couldn't live without a woman. I thought, oh shit, who's going to help me with my laundry? Who's going to cook for me? This or that. These are the type of things that people think, and not only just men, but women too, but that experience was the best experience of my life because I didn't realize who I was. It helped me find who I was. It helped me understand how to really love myself and care about myself and all these other things. Before that, a girlfriend leave you ready to commit suicide or something. You don't care about nothing. You making all poor decisions in your life. You ever seen somebody like a female, one of your female friends or something, break up with a guy and now they just doing whatever, wilding out, not moving how they used to move, a whole different person, like some pet cemetery type shit. See, some people say they love themselves, but they have not experienced falling in love with themselves, and it shows by their actions. It shows by the way they carry themselves. It shows by the way they act towards other people. The way other people act towards them. It shows when they need a lot of validation from people. It shows when they need to be around a lot of people. Falling in love with yourself kills all that. Yeah, even when you fall in love with yourself, yeah, you're still going to want a woman or man. Yeah, you're still going to get lonely and all these other things, right? But the thing is, it won't break you because you love yourself. You will not stay with a man that you know is cheating on you. You won't do it because you love yourself. See, you might love yourself before you fall in love, but once you fall in love with yourself, you ever heard of somebody say, I love you, but I'm not in love with you? There's a difference there. There's a difference between, I love myself, I care about myself, versus I'm in love with myself, right? When men fall in love with themselves, I guarantee you they won't just be out here putting their dick in anybody because they love themselves. They like, what, maybe this girl fucked such and such the other day. Or maybe a man might sleep with, around a little bit, but he would only do it with women he actually liked. He wouldn't just do it just to have sex with somebody like, she's fuckable tonight, I'm drunk, I'll do this. Nah, a man that really fall in love with himself, I promise you he won't do this shit. He can't. It's inedible. It's inedible. I can't say it. There's no way, because that man cares about himself. Even if he wanted to, he'd be like, I ain't gonna do that shit, man. I can't do it, man. This girl might be this or that, Just the way people move, man, when they fall in love with themselves, it's a whole different person. You know, you're in a better attitude. You think differently, you move differently, your choices are better because you actually think about yourself when you do these things. When you don't really care about yourself, you off the chain, you know, you make poor decisions. You don't care about certain things. But most importantly, when you fall in love with yourself, I feel like the biggest thing is your self-improvement. You'll start believing that you are somebody. There's a lot of people out here who believe, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm nobody, because they haven't fell in love with themselves, man. And that is fact. Because if they fell in love with themselves, then they would know that they're a special person, and they would believe that, and it would transition to anything they do in life. Everything they touch in life will eventually turn into gold, you know, because they'll believe, they'll have the confidence, they'll have the integrity, they'll have the desire, the perseverance to do these things. But when you really don't love yourself, or you never experience the falling in love with yourself stage that every person must experience, then you don't have these qualities, man. You might to a certain extent, but not on the level you would if you fell in love with yourself. It's just facts. And we're not talking about selfish, like being a selfish person. We're just talking about when you love yourself, you make better decisions. You don't let people who aren't showing they care about you, you don't stick with those people. You don't stick with those guys or girls. You don't try to cash out $500 to a female just to get her to like you, because you love yourself. You see that? When men out here paying for all these women, letting women run over them and all that, that's because these men don't love themselves. They might love themselves, but they're not in love with themselves. Put it like that. Same thing with the females. The females fighting over men, going back and forth to men and shit like this. You know, I'm not going to say going back and forth. Let men go back and forth between them. Shit like this. Women fighting over men, putting up with men, settling for less than men. All these things. You know, sleeping around with too many men. I ain't going to judge. You do your thing a little bit, I guess, as a female. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you did, you should be doing it with only men you actually like, you know what I'm saying? But when you don't care about yourself, it's a whole different thing. You might fuck with a guy just because he's willing to give you $100. Versus, I'm not gonna fuck with you because I'm not gonna sleep with you because I don't really like you like that. Or, you know what, I'm not gonna take your money. You know, it was good having a date with you or something like that. You know, a girl knows she don't like the guy, she's not gonna take advantage, you know. Shit like this. But some women have not experienced this. That's because they have gone from, once they broke up one guy, they never took time to let God deal with them and heal them and mold them and actually be by themselves for a little bit so they can actually fall in love with themselves and find out who they self are. Some men, same thing. It ain't just women. And there's no excuse for men. There's no excuse. Every time you break up with a woman, oh, let me go get some other women in my life. Nah, sit your ass back and go fucking work on some craft, motherfucker. Go build yourself up for a while. Women ain't going no damn where. Everybody want to be the king of the hill, but don't nobody want to sacrifice. Don't nobody want to sacrifice because you don't love yourself. That's why you put women over your purpose. Because your purpose is, you would understand, hey, my purpose, this is going to take care of my wife, my kids, and everything. I'm not putting this over no pussy. But men ain't doing that now, are they? Because they don't love themselves. If you love yourself, no way you putting pussy over your purpose, because you understand my purpose includes pussy, my wife, aka my fucking wife. You see how that works? But you can't tell blockhead motherfuckers nothing. They think that they the king of the hill based off of how many women they sleeping with. Not even realizing that a lot of times y'all sleeping with the same women any damn way. So pat yourself on the chest for what? No reason. Absolutely no reason. You know, like I said before in the video, men who care about themselves and love themselves and love with themselves, they're not just putting their dick in anybody. They be like, nah, man, I think, you know what, I'm going to challenge myself to get a better woman than this. I'm going to challenge myself to get a woman that none of these other dudes can have. You know, I'm not going to just fuck anybody. I got to at least want the woman. You know what I mean? I'm not going to just sleep with her, just, oh, it's just sex, I'm going to just sleep with her. Men who love themselves don't move like that. They might fuck around with a few women, but I bet you it's women they actually like. Not just women that, oh, she looks good, let me fuck her. Nah, it don't work that way. You know, same thing with the females, man. The females who love themselves, men, it's like men are kind of scared of these type of women because these women demand respect. You know, they demand honor. They demand a man to be a real man. Why do they demand these things? Here's the moral of the video. Why do men and women demand shit once they fall in love with themselves? Because they demand it from themselves. When you fall in love with yourself, you demand shit from yourself. I demand your ass to get up today. I don't care how tired you are. I demand you to get in shape a little bit. You ain't got to be no damn model. I demand you, self. For real, you really demand shit from yourself. But when you don't care about yourself, you don't put no goals in life for yourself. None of that. You don't give a fuck. You know, I've been on both sides of it. And fortunately, it took heartbreak for me 6 years in the past for me to fall in love with myself and find myself, because I was single that long back at that time. 6 years. It might not take you or the next motherfucker that, but all I'm saying is ain't nothing wrong with being single, or you just broke up with somebody, or you dating. You don't gotta always be in a man's face or always be in a woman's face. Take some time to yourself so God can deal with you and you can fall in love with yourself and find out who the fuck you are. Because you can't even love somebody else unless you know who the fuck you are anyway. And you can't even pick the right person for you when you don't know who you are. Everything goes hand in hand. You see how everything I say in this video all goes back to the same shit? Like a fucking puzzle, man. No way around it. People can say it's reaching. People can have their own opinions and all that other shit. But at the end of the day, actions and truth will always come out over the opinions and all this other bullshit that's going on out here. Once you fall in love with yourself, you will never put up with bullshit again. Oh, that person don't like me, that's fine. See, a person who don't really love themselves, oh man, they don't like me, I'm about to go cry in a corner somewhere, and I'm ugly, and this and this and that, because they don't understand. If you really love yourself, you know you the shit. Man, I know I'm a special person. I'm just not that person's type or whatever. Who cares? And you keep moving. Oh, that guy cheated on me, you know, or that girl cheated on me. You don't go, oh man, the other person's better than me. There's something wrong with me, something I did, and this and that. Now, naturally, as a human, yeah, in your mind it crosses you. But once you fall in love with yourself, you know that, hey, I wasn't perfect, but neither was that person, and I didn't cheat on them. So what's their excuse really to cheat on me? There is no excuse, y'all. Think about it. If somebody really thought you was that damn bad, they would just left your ass. They wouldn't have kept you around. They keep you around because they want you to and the other person. That's why. So obviously you can't be that damn bad. If you was, they would just kick rocks on you and just went with the other person. Right? If I have 2 cars and I still like the car I got, and there's no good deal to trade it in, let's just say I still like the car I got, or it benefits me, but I got a new one too, I'm not gonna just get rid of that other car. I'm gonna keep that car because it still benefits me. So miss me with that bullshit about, oh, this person cheated on you because you're not good enough and all this. Nah, they not good enough. And once you fall in love with yourself, you're gonna know who you are, how special you are, how awesome you fucking are, all that shit. So all this other shit that people like to do to bring other people down, that shit won't bring you down no more. Oh, she left me on red. That's kind of funny. She's doing this or that. You laugh at shit like that. You really do, because you understand, hey, it's their loss. But if you don't love yourself, you start, oh, I'm no good and this, because you don't understand how good of a person you really are. That's the moral of the video, y'all. You don't know how special of a person you really are till you actually have a lot of time to yourself and with God, so God can mold you and make you understand and see who the great person you are. You know, sometimes you be like, man, I can't do nothing in life, man. I'm just a failure. But once you start being alone, you know, sometimes, you know, or just fall in love with yourself in general, you start to realize, damn, I can do this. I can drive a truck and shit like this. Things you thought you couldn't do. Things you were scared of that you didn't think you could do. Damn, I can go to the gym. I can eat right. I can do this and that. I can be a great mother, father, whatever. I can attract a high value man or woman, whatever. It's so important, y'all. And you won't settle for less in life or from people because you demand it from your life and yourself first. So that by default, that makes you demand it from other people and in life. All right, I'm out this motherfucker, y'all.